Apologies for the audio technical difficulties. We're finally back with audio here. And sorry about that. You missed Ilia and Tommy's intermission report. We'll have another one, though, following this period. Up ahead here is North Penn leading by 2. And skating wave is North Penn. North Penn's been in control. They have not let their foot off the gas so far this game. And they have really been in control so far this one. Near side with the puck, North Penn. They dished the pass up. Waiting for it was number 48, Colt Pluck. Skemetcher laying down a shove. They're going to fight for possession. Solid check into the boards. Moves the puck around the well. Whitney with it. This one gets cleared by the dots. 15 minutes to go. And period number 2. Shots are even at 9. And North Penn has made them count with 2 on the board. 2-0. Pass just intercepted here. North Penn with it. They regroup neutral zone. Send the pass off. Skates around the defenseman. And whistle blown. This one's going to be offsides. Clear as day. And Ethan, we were saying earlier, standings in this game, you got at number 2, Central Bucks South, and it might be updated up to number 3, but North Penn at number 4, they are it's behind this Central Bucks South team, so it's going to be a big deal for them to catch up if they can.
Absolutely, and as you would say, it's up towards some quality losses for North Penn. Their 2 losses have been to this CB South team and one to Council Rock South. Each of these teams have a loss to Council Rock South. So, obviously, it'd be huge to have closed that gap, and for North Penn, extra motivation trying to not get swept by their rivals and lose the tiebreaker.
Tommy Jurigis. I said his last name right, but
just like Central Bucks a couple weeks back. Something new every time.
And let's move on then. Second intermission, and then first game report for us. Step takes this one. Second shot off, and this one just slapped down by, I believe that was Fritz. To the net. Yeah, hold the puck. Your side, skates through. By the benches, they fight towards CB South, and Hunter looks to the net, takes a shot, and this one is glove stopped by Aiden Quigley this season in the net.
I mean, one of the things that makes this North Penn team so deep is that they have 2 of the best goalies in the SHSHL. Andrew Norton, he's been the main starter this season. He's got 5 under his belt and a .239 goals allowed average. But Aiden Quigley, just because he's not the starter doesn't mean he's not a stud. Obviously, he's had a great start to this game with 10 saves on 10 as many shots. And he has just been, this North Penn defense and him having a great start to this game. And that's why CB South, an electric offense, yet to see the board.
Scoring this one shot and just set up on the net, but it was back and forth scoring, and Central Bucks South came back the victors in overtime. So big game for both squads, big game mentally, big game for the stats, and a big game to determine the end of your season. This one moved towards the middle, skating through, sends this one from Montonga, breakaway, looking to take a shot, puts his stick in there, and able to keep it away. That's great defense. Just pokes it to keep it out.
An exceptional pass there, creating an opportunity. Couldn't have handed it to him any better, but just couldn't quite get past Aiden Quigley, and that's been the story of the day for CB South. Their electric offense, you got to remember, this team has the most goals scored in the league. You feel like it's just a matter of time before they wake up, but Aiden Quigley, Say, don't forget about me. He has been fantastic. He's the starter. He's the main goaltender on a lot of teams in this league. He just happens to be on a very deep North Penn roster. But just great opportunities, good offense, better defense. Said that multiple times in the first period.
As North Penn now look to get some moving on offense here. Pushing and shoving. It's a scrum for the puck on near side by the Central South benches. And North Penn ends up getting away with it, but they have to move back towards the neutral zone to do so. He clears this one into the chest of Quigley. And he's going to toss this one to his defenseman. Holding the puck is Slamordian, looking towards the net. He had the OT winner in the County Line Cup, and he tries to get a goal on the board for his team to erase the shutout that's happened so far. And this North Penn team's been hot. Next week, on the Rally Sports version, we'll be seeing this team as next week they'll be taking on Henrich Rams, the number 3 team in the league. It'll be a great matchup between crazy squads this evening. Maybe this be a playoff matchup later down the line.
Absolutely, just so many implications. A brutal start to the schedule for North Penn facing all these great teams, but obviously the best will survive, and we'll see if North Penn can separate themselves. Pressure makes diamonds.
And they put on a show so far this game, leading by 2 against their rivals. Trying to talk this puck up, I believe this went into the benches.
Central Bucks South, though, they got to be thinking that they've been here before. They were down big against North Penn in that game that they ended up coming back to win. North Penn, they got to make sure they don't make the same mistakes that they did before. But Central Bucks South, can't imagine they've lost confidence yet. You know, they've been here, they've done that. They just got to do it again here.
Was number 22, Survive. Shot taken in North Penn. Put up another one. Oh. What a play out of North Penn. And they have not let their foot off the gas.
Absolutely, Dan. And correct me if I'm wrong. This is the number. This is the number that has plagued North Penn back against CB South. There was a 3-goal lead. Couldn't hold on to it, but just get different vibes from this one. That was, I believe, a 4-1 game. This one 3-0. Aiden Quigley has looked fantastic. Their defense has been rock solid. And it just feels like body language-wise, these teams are on completely different levels.
Yeah, that was Derek for a quick nickel. And 3-0. And they have, like you said, that Central Bucks South, don't count them out. They did come back in the County Line Cup. That was an incredible performance out of them. And it definitely could happen then. But 3-0 on the board, it's starting to look daunting as you pass the halfway point.
Absolutely, and number 1 offense in the league, just waiting for them to wake up. The law offices of Bond and Litt have been providing quality legal services to citizens in Bucks and Montgomery counties throughout southeastern Pennsylvania since 1988. Located at the corner of Main Street and Oakland Avenue in the heart of Doylestown, Bond and Litt is a general practice firm focusing in the areas of personal injury, business, and family law litigation. Bond and Litt has served as a legal counsel for USA Hockey, the Suburban One League, and other organizations, and thousands of other clients throughout the region. If you have a legal issue or just want to know your rights, call Bond and Litt at 215-345-0221.
Their local business has been, I keep saying I sound like a broken record, but it's roll. They have
No, exactly. And what's so surprising is that they're not just doing this against any team. They're doing this against the best offense in the SHSHL, and they've made them look like any other team out there. I mean, at this point, I know we talked about CB South. You know, they don't have to rely on 1 or 2 players to get them the points, but at this point, you got to feel like you got to start calling on your stars to start making some plays, creating opportunities. Look out for Kvetcher, look out for Slabordi, and they've been trying to get them involved, but just nothing doing so far.
shot taken up and above the crossbar for North Penn. North Penn still with possession. Central Bucks South skate away with his step. Tries to clear it, but referee might have just been in the way. And moves it towards the dots. Past the benches, and this one cleared away in North Penn territory. Goalie calling for icing, and he'll get it.
I mean, I don't think we've talked enough about Aiden Quigg. I mean, only his third start of the season, 3.76. He's allowed 7 goals in 2 starts prior to this. And, given no small task, bit of a surprise that they come out not with Andrew Norton against the number 1 offense in the league. But, I mean, he has just been phenomenal.
Behind the net. This one. This one clear, set towards the blue line, and keep possession of it. And the Titans playing some hard-hitting hockey right now. Poked away, and Slabordian gets away with it. On the far side. Sent down the wrist. Just caught him with the hip check, and he went flying. North Penn with it in the corner. Around. Trying to find some shot opportunity. Sends a shot in this one. Glove save by Quigley. And gets in the way of the goalie. Some extracurricular activity on this.
I mean, yeah, we saw this Bruin Subordian, was set down to the ice. I mean, just trying to create an opportunity, and North Penn just not letting go of their physical edge in this one. And obviously, in a rivalry game like this, tempers were bound to flare eventually.
Change it to 7. So and we're back after a good time on the ice. Is a little bit of extracurricular activities in the box now over. North Penn is number 7, Samuel Norton. And he'll spend a little bit of time in the box. 2 minutes to be exact.
I mean, man, North Penn has not allowed a power play goal all season, but CB South needs this one to get back into this game. There's still a lot of time, but you got to get one to get your team going.
So they always make sure to write a team. And one of them for Central Bucks South was stay out of the box. They have a lot of penalty infraction on the season, and it would just be critical to stay out of the box. But they haven't let up a single penalty this entire game. North Penn gives them play, so it should be critical for them. And this one shot. On the board, number 53, For Central Bucks South, Ryan Montonga puts his team ahead and finally on the board, just like we saw it in the County Line Cup. And what a play.
Hey, for North Penn, you got to not get in your own heads. You've been in control the whole time, but like we said, 3 goals was the number last time. Central Bucks South looking to run it back in a sense. That is a fantastic goal in the power play, and they're doing something that no one has done all season long. That's confusion on the ice and who should be on and who should be off. But they've just did something that no one has done all season long, and that is get a goal with a man advantage against North Penn. And that, with just about 23 minutes of hockey left, could really change the complexion of this game.
Yeah, he just sliced the shot. An incredible shot to put his team back in this game. As they always say, a 2-goal lead is the worst to have in hockey. That's when you start getting all comfortable and Jim. And to get this one, pass to number 16, Harris Onslow.
In Central Bucks South, they're going to have to be just about perfect on the defensive end for the rest of this game as you get yourself back in another 3-goal deficit. And, never say never with this team, but that would be extremely difficult as we head towards the midway point in the second period.
Gets it past the North Penn. Deep. Central South trying to make something out of it. Trying to clean this puck up and Krause with the shot. Save. This one away. Now rolls across the boards. And this one goes away in Central Bucks South territories. Line change coming for both squads. Some fresh guys out of the ice. Waldron tries to secure the pass, but not able to get anything off it as it just goes right through his stick. And shot taken. This one, Pat save. It's in front of the net. Takes the shot and just stays out. As the 5-hole was wide open, but not able to put the shot through.
It looks like he just couldn't find it. Went off his chest. He looked around and just couldn't find it. It was right in front of him. But luckily for him, didn't look like anyone else could either. Missed opportunity there for CB South.
And next week, see Penn versus Penridge in a matchup that should tell the tale of the top of the standings. If this one ends the way it does, of course, Council Rock South still undefeated on the season with 6 wins. They have been a crazy squad so far this season. So I believe it was North Penn that already had to play them, and they just lost. Yeah, they just lost to them 3-6.
Yeah, each team with a loss to Council Rock South. We can go on about how good that team is, but for North Penn, these next 2 games, we're really going to figure out how good this team truly is. You got the number 2 team in the standings currently. You're up by 2 as the moment. Obviously, a lot of time left. And then next week, you have
tonight having a just Connor with the puck. North Penn territory. And Simportian trying to make a play on it. Scrum for the puck ensues near side. North Penn pass this one on. Crouch awaits the puck in front of him. And stepping up. Sustained stride. Solid check on some boards there.
Feel that one up here. That was. Obviously, these 2 teams don't like each other. They're trying to get the physical edge. You give it to North Penn so far, obviously, just due to the score, but each of these teams with enforcers all their own. Surprisingly, just 1 penalty. And obviously, CB South able to score just after. But a surprisingly disciplined game from the second most penalized group in the SHSHL.
One of his teammates and his
And Dan, we talk an awful lot about penalties, obviously for good reason. Do you know something interesting I found while doing the research for this game? Top two penalized teams in the league are Council Rock South and CB South. Two best teams in the league.
And it's been quite a clear game, to be honest.
It has.
Gibson in front of him, tries to lay down the check, but skates away with it. Here is number 19, Darren Mora. Hood skates free with the puck, and now Gibson up ahead, one-on-one with the defenseman, but he's going to be pressed into the boards and not be able to make anything out of it. Sends this one off and off to the corner. Middle of the ice, centering pass, and this one was deflected towards the net, just up and above. It went.
Just caught in the chaos in the middle of the ice there.
This one shot towards the net and stays out. Right here is Silvani.
Another good opportunity for South. Just cannot capitalize.
Got taken off the legs of the defenseman. It stayed out. Racing through to their side, pokes it away. Penn still in possession, fighting for him on the benches. And Kvetcher trying to make an opportunity out of that one. Is 3 minutes and 20 seconds left to go in the second period. Central Buck South dominating on the shots on both the market. And a solid check sends them airborne as Kvetcher plays with Gabriel Dunn. He lost that matchup. That was a heavyweight.
I mean, absolutely. And I like the refs here in the SHSHL. They're known for just letting them play. And obviously, in a rivalry game, that's exactly what they've been doing. But
Shots. Still continue to have the lead.
But yeah, momentum has been a full swing towards CB South, but unfortunately, momentum doesn't always score goals, and that's been the story of the second period. They've got one, but ever since then, North Penn has just tightened up even further on defense, making it impossible to get anything past them. And obviously, that physical edge, some physical play by their defenders, just not let them get any good opportunities on the net with a red hot goalie as is. Another big opportunity for Central Buck South. One of the better units, assuming with the man advantage in the league, trying to get this. I mean, how big would it be if they can get this back to a one-goal game for the period, Dan? I mean, just for momentum, for 15 minutes to make this season, essentially. I mean, that'd be huge.
Yeah, it's two very conversations. Vibes between being down one goal and being down two. Still seems like you got a journey ahead of you. One goal is just, we're the best offense. We can get that one goal.
Especially since they've done that before. They've been on that bench down by multiple goals, so they know that they can do this, especially against this team. They just got to cut it down to one. The power play will end just before the period does. So we'll see how that plays out. But obviously, North Penn's their kill crew. Just one goal allowed on the season in this very game. We'll see if they double that number. So it could have been a hooking penalty there, but
Shot this one. this one around. They got 30 seconds to go. Hunter with a shot goes off the leg there. Nolan Shingle. Shingle clears this one away into Central Bucks territory.
They're going to need a quick rush here.
Sends this one up the step. Step across the line. Takes a shot up and off the glass behind the net. 3 seconds to go, and time is going to run out. Here with North Penn leading by 3, or leading by 2. It's a 3-1 game as we head into the third period. Don't go anywhere. It's here comes. Thank you, Dan. This is Ilia Rubis here for the intermission report, joined by Thomas Dragas. Tommy, started off. What have you seen tonight?
Yeah, despite Buck South being the best offense in the league, they've been a bit sluggish these first 2 periods, and it's been quite surprising. But North Penn, I mean, they're dominating. They're up 3-1, and doesn't look like they're going to slow down anytime soon.
The game is extremely hot. So we're going to go back to the Welcome back here to the Rally Sports Network. I'm Daniel McDevitt, joined by Ethan Whitney. As we kick things off here for the third period. Pocket Hood with a shot, trying to get it through the 5-hole, but closed up quick.
I mean, Dan, CB South setting the tone early. They know they got to move quick, down by 2 with 16 minutes left. They know that time is not exactly on their side here. Got a quick shot off, but just once again, the 26th save of the night for Aiden Quigley.
Possession. They try to get this. It's Declan Leahy. Not able to connect though. His Central Bucks South skate away with it. And here comes the captain. Passes off the Frey, but this pass is quite inaccurate. Perhaps with the puck. This one called for offsides. It was a close call, I'd say, from up here.
Very close. Obviously, it's fighting for the puck along the lines. But Dan, the story of the night, and we've talked about it at nauseum, has been Aiden Quigley. I mean, he is 26 shots out. You're distracting me dancing to the music, Dan. Trying to do my job here. I have no idea. Oh, yeah, Ilia knows. How about you sing it for us, Dan?
We know it's confirmed to be Pitbull. We'll find out if it's Shakira too.
Little investigative journalism.
Keisha.
We were close. Yeah, but we were close. I'm not going to take responsibility for that.
Fight for possession. The puck keeps rolling around behind the net here in North Penn territory. Dangerous spot for it to be as Central looks out almost with an opportunity.
North Penn's defense has been relentless, forcing them to get shots off earlier than they'd like, just not really giving them a chance to, develop plays, get their stars opportunities. It's been the story of the night. And are you doing your own research on the song there, Dan?
I could have sworn they did. As North Penn with the puck on the far side, crosses the blue line. Is pressed up on the boards. That was a nasty hit. Looks for the net, takes a shot, and this one goes wide. Moving around. Through this one off the glass. Skates away with it. Near side is the puck.
Maybe Danny can tell just by the way CB South is playing. Whenever it's set on the bench in between intermissions, they know they've got to move a lot quicker. The urgency just seemingly more than we've seen all night from them. They know that just for the rest of their season, this is a big 13 minutes.
Definitely, this is going to be. Here comes. But yeah, like I said, this is going to make or break. This really make or break mentally your season because these are your rivals. You've already lost one of them. You can't lose another. You can't let them get the series sweep. You got them on the ropes. You're down by 2. Just don't let them score. There is no other key to victory than that. Just do not let them score. Play defense. Play the best defense you'll play all season. As crowd trying to get this off. Central bucks out. Middle of the ice takes a shot off and kicks it away. And Frank tries centering pass, and Slobodian not able to put it in the back of the net. Another great save here by Quigley, and he is having himself a night. Sends the shot off, puts it towards the middle of the net, he scores! Central Bucks South's second goal of the night.
And Dan, for the first time tonight, I think momentum's wearing a different jersey. They have really flipped the script in this one in the last, I'd say, about 10 minutes of play. We said that they just needed the one to cut it to 1 goal. Completely dominated this game since I'd say just about the 8-minute mark of that second period. They have been in control, and now they're trying to do it again these next 13 minutes for North Penn, trying to avoid getting swept by their rivals, and for CD South trying to prove to themselves that this is a team that feels most comfortable when they're behind, and just how valuable of a trait can that be for a hockey team that obviously has aspirations to take the championship home.
Yeah, definitely. From your mind, it is a 1-0 game here if you're North Penn. Do not think about the 2 answer goals you just let up. It's 1-0 game. Don't let them get back in. Here, Central Bucks South with all of the momentum here now as they got 2 unanswered on the board, and they need 1 more to tie this thing up at the least. Away, here's Kvetcher. It's behind the net of the Titans. Voltiano keeping his eye on the puck. There's a shot taken. This one poked away. They dish this one up. Looking for the net. Takes a shot. This one is screaming off the stick.
North Penn trying to put that final nail in the coffin, but they just red hot defensive play. That's what we mentioned so much in that first period, despite you couldn't hear us. CB South's defense, big part of how much this game has changed in the past 20 minutes.
We can't say it enough. So much standings implications with this game, as everything on the line for these two teams, standings wise.
Get ready for the face-off. CB South Winston in their own territory. Obviously, the urgency still needed. Still down by 1. This one lost in the middle of the ice. North Penn trying to put that final nail in the coffin.
Hood with the puck. Getting ready to cross the blue line. He heads back into the neutral zone and now clears it so his squad can get a line change here. Staying out there is Crouch and Step. Back over to Crouch. North Penn skating through. Cross the blue line. And now Lord heading to pick it up. Smart pass behind him. And South trying to keep pressure on. Sends a shot. Goes far right of the net. And Cutter fights around with it. Plays a solid check, and now the puck lands in the benches. And we'll get a restart to play.
The law offices of Bond and Lit have been providing quality legal services to clients in Bucks County and Montgomery County and throughout southeastern Pennsylvania since 1988. Located at the corner of Main Street and Oakland Avenue in the heart of Doylestown, Bond and Lit is a general practice firm focusing in the areas of personal injury, business, and family law litigation. Bond and Lit have served as the legal counsel for USA Hockey, the Suburban One League, and other organizations and thousands of clients throughout the region. If you have a legal issue or just want to know your rights, call Bond and Lit at 215-345-0221.
Near side with Waldron. Herring has in the corner, sends a shot off. This one a slow roller, but the puck stays in the middle of the ice. And North Penn quickly fired this one away. And this one just rolls far right of the net.
I mean, Dan, as that clock ticks, we're now 9:26 left in the game.
Accuracy down if they want to get that third goal. Accuracy down if they want to get that third goal. And Seth holding on to this one. Pitches up towards Salordian. Racing across the blue line. That is Crouch. So there's Hunter. On safe. And the Titans fastest run off the prey. Salordian in front of the net takes a shot, and this one stays out.
I mean, you can tell he wants one bad. How many shots does he take in this game? Obviously, he had the game winner against North Penn, trying to get the game tying goal here once more. I mean, he wants one bad here against his rivals.
County Line Cup when Central Buck South blew away with it in OT. Steps up as center.
I mean, Dan.
Central Buck South, Blue Capital, opposite of them. Crouch with the puck by the blue line sends this one up and into the Villanova side.
I mean, Dan, just like the song that just played, Central Buck South only has one thing on their mind, and that is getting that goal into the back of the net, tying this game up. They know how great their defense has been since that first period. They can hold them off, stay in that one till overtime.
From Central Buck South, races in the middle of the ice. Looking across the blue line and ditches this one off the pads there of Quigley. Hood with the puck. Reads. Sends this one over to Gannon. North Penn Knights keep away with it. And Herring skates away with it. Tripping called by the referee is heading to the box.
That's a big one.
Is trying to get the read of who's going to be. Not sure who's headed to the box. Number 13.
This is a big one.
Aftel.
Another.
Offensive threat for this team. And this is huge for Central Buck South as they now are on a power play. And they have a huge opportunity to score here to tie things up. The puck's been dropped and Frey with it. Looks to pass over to Kvetcher. Back to Frey. He had a man open with the name Cutter. Cutter now with it. Middle of the ice. Back to Cutter. Moves it to the benches. In the middle of the ice. Sends this one over. Kvetcher reads it over to Frey. Kvetcher centering pass and no one there. They're just moving this one out, tiring this squad. He holds on to it, tries to put this one in the middle of the ice and stays out. As keeping hold of it is Cutter. Step tries to get a pass off, and North Penn now going offense.
I mean, Dan, you couldn't
Waste time.
script a better scenario than this. You've got an immovable object versus an unstoppable force, the best offense in the league versus the best power play defense in the league. SHSHL script writers worked overtime for this one. This is a fantastic scenario, let alone all the implications on the standings.
And CB South dish this one up. Getting ready across the neutral zone, crash into the boards. Puck. Racing now the near side. Dishes this pass over. Slabordian with it. And it gets away from him. As North Penn trying to keep control back over to Herring. Not letting him cross the blue line here. North Penn comes up with it. They fling this one across the boards. Coming out at net here is the Polziano. And racing with it, they're going to have one last opportunity. 10 minutes and 22 seconds left to go. Minutes and 22 seconds left to go. Sends this one far side. Clears it up and into North Penn territory. They regain possession. Clears it up and into North Penn territory. They regain possession. Shot taken, and this one off the netting behind the goal.
I mean, that is a huge, huge penalty kill for North Penn. You can't really put that one into words. I mean, like I mentioned earlier, as the clock tick down for Central Buck South, you don't know how many opportunities you have left. Every shot counts that much more, and that might be the best opportunities they'll have all night with the man advantage. But obviously, just can't count out this offense.
Taken, and that one somehow weaved its way through traffic. And just stayed out. A great save by Quigley. Who has been having an all-time performance as of this game.
Absolutely, just an absolute legacy game for him. Not just his 30-second save on the night, and he has just been the bane of Central Buck South's existence in just such a crucial game.
Shot taken by Frey, stays wide of the net. This one launches in the middle of the ice and just stays out. A miracle there for Penn. Said Knights continue to hold them at 2. This puck just cleared towards the neutral zone, poked away by Step. And Penn sent this one up to Cutter. Cutter racing through the neutral zone, spinorama, and passes it off to Step.
Great play by Cutter on the defensive end, not letting North Penn. Obviously, I feel like if North Penn gets one more, that's just about wraps for this one.
Penn side is in front of the net, just gets poked away. Central Buck South trying to keep possession. And they fight around for this one. Waldrom's got him press up onto the boards, and here comes North Penn.
Surprise, Slabordian's not on the ice when they need a goal.
They save it at final line with 3 minutes and 50 seconds to go. North Penn weave their way through Central Buck South territory as they try to get the shot off. And this one blocked by Herring.
It's just a great play by him. Every play just means that much more.
This one in front of the net, waiting there though, was a Titan. And they now go back on the offense if they can cross this blue line and keep a hold of it. As Hood lets this one get behind them. And North Penn once again regain possession with 3 minutes to go. one, glove saved by Napolitano. 3 minutes and 5 seconds to go in this game. And CB South really needing to find offense in this critical finale of this game. North Penn Knights 3, Central Buck South Titans 2.
And it's rare you find this offense lacking goals in the game. Obviously, like we've mentioned, #1 offense in the league, but North Penn, to the credit of their defense and their goalie, a statement game.
This one moving around the near side. 2 minutes and 40 seconds left to go. Racing through the middle of the ice. Here come the Knights. Trying to put this one. It's in the middle of the ice. Lays out and just saves it. As North Penn almost put this one on ice, no pun intended.
I mean, Dan, big-time players make big-time plays in big-time moments, and that is just quite literally laying out for the team, knowing that one more goal, especially as the clock now at 2:32, if they get that one, this game's just about over. And it just obviously started out rough, but Napolitano has been rock solid ever since CB South has gotten themselves back into this one.
This one goes off the netting and falls down onto the ice. Stay tuned after the game for the post-game show. Team by Tommy and Ilia. Doing a great job right now, Tommy, over there.
Oh.
Rep goes down. Nice. Mistake. And Ilia over there on video engineering doing an amazing job. Gotta give it to these guys. Doing incredible. As this one moves. Middle of the ice. Here comes Frey with the breakaway. Looks to take a shot, and this one stays out. What a save. And Slavonian tried to pick up the rebound, but not able to get the shot off. That might be the best chance they get all night.
I mean, Dan, a matter of inches on that one. You're gonna kick yourself at that one if CB South can't get back into this one. As the clock now at 2 minutes even.
Be haunting your dreams. This one sent off the chest there Quigley. Moves it away. Near side. Fights around a bit. Looks to take a shot. Sends a pass off. He wasn't able to get the shot off, and it obviously stays out of the net. He had the read on him quick. Was on the ice. Laid out. And Cutter with it. Stick broken.
Whoa.
I don't know whose stick that was. I think North Penn defenseman. This one shot.
No goalie in the net for CB South.
Over. The next goal. And North Penn put it away with the goal by number 44, Declan Lee. And this one just might be over as they put the empty net out. And quickly, North Penn cracked down on it.
Absolutely, and Dan, it just looked like as soon as they took the goalie out, things just started to turn for the worse for CB South. They immediately give North Penn a chance in offensive territory, and it just blows up in their faces. And they're able to put this one away.
Puck far side. Keep a hold of it. And this one just might be wraps. Slabordian with the shot. Keeps it away and step. Now looks for the net. This one up and above. Crouch with the puck. Pokes it away. And skating through with it here are the Knights. They take a shot up and off the glass. Fighting around for possession. They toss this one over. North Penn looking to close this one out. Stay tuned for the post-game show immediately following this one. They skate through here. Incredible performance. They kept control. Things got a little testy in the third period as Central Buck South was building up a score.
Absolutely.
And North Penn just shut them down.
I mean, when CB South started to come back in this one, North Penn, they were faced with a fork in the road almost. They could, let them come back in this one just like they did before, but they proved that they're just a different team than they were from then. And obviously, a huge win for the standings, and arguably an even bigger game coming up next week against Penn Ridge. Just so many implications so early in the season. You'll love to see great games like this.
Yeah, we'll be back in just a minute here for the post-game show. So don't go anywhere here on the Rally Sports Network.
Welcome to the post. I'm Ilia Rubis, joined here by Tommy Dragus, and let's get started. Tommy, what have you seen tonight?
I mean, it was an exciting game, fast paced, as these two teams play. Now you really see that. I mean, North Bend could be an underdog in a way. I mean, they don't have the best offense, but I mean, they fought hard.
Yeah,
You know,
North Penn started off extremely hot. Must have been 4 shots on goal in the first couple minutes, but Central Bucks turned it up late a little bit, and they brought it to a pretty close matchup. But North Penn prevailed. I mean, that offense was just an onslaught.
yeah. Speaking of the late game, a bit of a malfunction there by the goalie. I mean, they capitalized off of the goalie not being in the net, and they pretty much iced the game. So
Yeah, I mean, Central Bucks with nearly 40 shots on goal. Uh, North Penn with about half of that, but Central Bucks, they were just not connecting, just shots and shots. They were not connecting, not paying off. And we saw North Penn just a concise, efficient offense. They struggled to close it out a little bit, little bit of jitters there, but they closed it out with that final shot towards the end.
yeah, they're very physical this game, and they got the victory. That's really all that matters.
Yeah, North Penn with the win here, 4-2, and that'll be it for us tonight. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
And for one final time here on the Rally Sports Network, we'd like to thank you for joining us and making us part of your evening. As we close out things, North Penn wins 3-2 against CB South. As we'll catch you next week for North Penn versus Penn Ridge. For one final time, I'm Daniel McDevitt, play-by-play commentator. I'd like to thank Ethan Whitney for his color commentating, Ilia Rubis for video engineering, and Tommy Dragoy. Tommy Dragus. And for one final time, so long from Hatfield Ice.